Hi, I'm Dom.
I'm Mike.
And let's chat about the Ancient Magus Bride. That's what you did.
Yeah.
I'm just going to again. Let's chat. Can we do that again? I think I fucked the click up. So it's set in London.
Apparently so.
Because London only ever has Big Ben.
Yeah, that is the only part of the entire city.
Why isn't she speaking English? What's she speaking? I don't actually know, to be fair. A flying fish person can speak anything. What, the dead bird?
Yeah, it's a bit grim, that. My basic understanding is that some girl, possibly her, but I don't think so, becomes the apprentice / future wife of this extremely powerful wizard that's got like a skull for a face. And that's like as far as...
You said it's got like a skull for a face. I was like, oh,
school.
Okay.
So, magic confirmed. I suppose the fish thing gave that away, to be honest. Some giant salamander.
That's fucking grim.
It's mechanical, isn't it?
It is, but it's weird.
Yeah, that bird is a little off-putting. Oh shit. Cybernetic crow?
Ainsworth, that's what the guy called it is out of... Is it Ainsworth? Out of Overlord. And the skeleton guy. Something Owls was Ainsworth, I think.
Yeah.
That's a good show though. I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen some of the later battles of it and it was really good.
Yeah, I hear it got really well reviewed.
Where's that bird going?
I mean, so it flew out of London on a cloudy sky past Big Ben. Neverland, I assume?
Ran out of oxygen and died.
Yes, so ridiculously colourful hair.
Bird eats you in the face.
Main character has to be. I like how this looks. It's very pleasant. It's not like hyper detailed, but some of these landscapes are really nice. Do you think that dog can talk?
I don't know.
Dog can talk. Called it.
I'd love to hear the dub of this, because I guarantee you she'll probably sound like she's from London, this girl, and she clearly does not live in London.
Yeah. The Ceres Victorian.
Yeah.
Hello, Governor.
It's not that I have a problem with the London accent, it's just why does everyone have to sound like the fucking from London?
There's only one city in England, though. Yeah, that's the skull magey thing. food in all these shows are getting more and more delicious.
Why are they having like a bloody chicken stew for breakfast with pancakes? Is this England?
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be England, but...
It has, but I always thought people just got up on a bowl of cereal and went to work. Not have fucking pancakes.
Yeah, but they were made. It's a different level when you've got, like, housekeeping. Alright, is it a guy that turns into a dog? Or a dog that can turn
That's
into a
pretty
guy?
much like which come first, the chicken or the egg. I couldn't. Maple syrup on bacon.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Is that England?
Okay, that's very American, but yeah.
God damn it! This is breaking the immersion already.
I think to a lot of people, like from like Asia and whatnot, the West is just the West. Do you know what I
Yes,
mean?
but that's like saying the East is just the East and not defining between Japan and China.
Yeah, but let's face it, there's been a lot of media that's made some just pretty big lump to kind of... And then it was the Asian people.
What's he eating there?
All his pancakes in one go, I think.
What's the other thing? How many tomatoes has she got?
A lot.
He must be a magician.
Here's another one. How do you drink tea without lips? Does he just like open his maw and just pour the entire thing back?
No, we can't show that because it'd have to be after the watershed. So whenever he's eating,
He cannot sip that tea. He cannot. He could lap at it, maybe.
No,
like
just
a
go.
dog.
Lovely.
知識をしっかり身につけるのはいいことだけど、実践もしておかないといけないよ。
でも、なんだか危ない気がして、先にしっかり覚えてからの方がいいかなって。
それも大事なことだよ。でも、僕は君の先生なんだ。実験をしたいときは声をかけてくれて構わないんだからね。
はい。
君が読みやすい本を選ぶから言ってくれれば。
はい。
I was gonna say he's not going to answer the door, is he?
That
Wow.
seems like a really inefficient way to transfer transport things.
Well, glass bottles and everything went up there, but they didn't break apparently.
いろんなものが落ちてきて、どうすることも。
構わないよ。それにしても、アンジーのやつ、ずいぶん詰め込んだな。
アンジェリカさん。
君用の教材をね、いくつか頼んでおいたんだ。
全部私にですか？
うん。本はまだ今の君には難しいけど、道具は僕がすぐに使えるようにするから。どうしたの？
I do feel like we missed an episode, do you know what I mean?
これは森に行くときに。
Well, I gotta say, at this point in time in this this episode, if something doesn't explain something very clearly or something happens that is exciting,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to achieve.
I think there'll be a flashback. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we need it because I'm confused as fuck here.
I suppose like if I didn't have a basic outline in my head anyway, then yeah, it would be even more so confusing. Is that kind of a sheep?
A sheep bug?
I don't know.
入らないの？
はい。
kind of have a bit of a Fantasia vibe going on.
What, is it in a Disney thing?
Yeah.
この部屋整理してもいいですか？
I think I knew what was going on in Fantasia more than this. So.
That was a really terrifying film, actually, as a kid.
難しい気がするので。
There was no words in it, was there? It was all spoke. It was all music in there.
Yeah.
You're getting beat, well, not beaten up, but swamped by bushes. His master comes back and sorts it all out.
Also, with like the what is the word I'm wanting? Not anthropomorphic. With the random things that are humanized, like it kind of got a Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
It's like a polite Beauty and the Beast in some respects. That's kind of gross.
でもまめにやったら多少は秩序が維持されるのでは。
うん。君が言うならそうなんだろうな。して、やっぱり散歩にしないか。
I think he's a dog that can turn into a guy. I'm gonna go with that. Are they insects or fish or?
Yeah, fish, you'd assume.
I do like these little sprites and stuff.
ありがとうございます。新しい教材をたくさん。
僕は君の魔法の先生だよ。当たり前のことさ。
そうですけど、でもどうしてこんなにたくさん？
そろそろ必要だと思っただけだよ。
いえ、何も。
He's a really interesting character in the way, like, he has such a terrifying kind of design, but he's just so kind of polite and well mannered and really reserved.
どうしたの？
アンジェリカさんが。
プレゼント？日本の本だ。珍しいな。特別な本みたいだな。
A Japanese book, he'll probably have pancakes and maple syrup in it. Oh, he's got a steam light.
It's Machine Head. That's what it is. It's just Machine Head with a really pudgy mask on. He's got to be like 7-8 foot tall.
教えてよ。その本がシセにとってどう特別なのか。
いえ、でもまだ本の整理が。
それはいつでもできるよ。僕はチセの魔法の先生だけど、チセは僕の人間の先生なんだろ。生徒の質問にはできる限り答えるべきだと思うんだ。
そうですけど。
教えて、その本のこと。ダメ。
How old is he?
わかりました。
Probably thousands of years old.
私たちのスレイベガがお話しするんですね。愛しもがお話？
It's kind of that the hard one to tell as well, ages, isn't it? When they don't give you any backstory, because when things are drawn, it's like I was watching this Dragon Maid one like show, and there's a girl in it, and she's in her mid-30s, and she doesn't look like a child, but there's no way to gauge age at all. You're just told she's like, you know. I mean, I'd say she's probably in her mid to late teens.
So her mom killed herself.
Tragic backstory. That's creepy as fuck.
おい、お前親に捨てられたんだって？違うよ。母さんは自分で死んだんだって。
Shit, man, these kids are brutal.
What's the difference? Oh.
can't blame the poor girl, to be honest. What a bunch of little shits. That is some angry chopping. No, it would just make you feel like you're losing your grip on your sanity, wouldn't you? Who's that, you reckon? An auntie? Or maybe just a foster?
Could be a foster, I don't really say, isn't it?
Doesn't look like an orphanage, does it?
The stairs, yes, of course.
I think maybe she's afraid of shadows. I don't know, actually she's running through massive shadows there.
I'd pretty discovered that out
Yeah.
rather quickly.
Yeah, this is something that would, like, you'd end up on some kind of antipsychotic, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's, if you didn't know magic existed before this point, like, if it's not an established thing in the world, that would mess you up a bit.
Here, have a tomato. Was this fucking Spirited Away?
Yeah, I was about to say it's very similar, isn't it? But I wonder, it could very well be based off an actual, like, pre-existing Japanese like folk tale or folklore spectre. I thought for a second that it was going to break into Tank from Cowboy Bebop. That thing was like a big, yeah, it's a rat. It's a giant shadowy rat.
But who opened the door?
Someone said the dog. Rufus or whatever.
Rufus or whatever, I didn't realise his surname was whatever. Hello, I'm a mild man and paedophile.
Why you gotta go down that route, Dom?
Never know. I've never seen a kid that happy when they're seeing books.
I don't know. The library was always kind of a special place for me when I was younger.
Bloody shite our school library.
The school library was naff, but it was nice going to the actual the.
What, which one? The one that closed. The one in town.
Where's
No,
the
never went.
green?
Never went there.
あの変なやつが見えるの。お兄さんって
僕は森の魔法使い。ようこそ森の図書館へ。
So my understanding is it only looked like that front porch, didn't it, when she got there? And now that she can see the whole building or something.
No. She could see the whole building when she ran towards it. It was just what she didn't. What happened was the thing couldn't get in,
Yeah, magical
and
barrier or something.
then her life lifted up, and I still don't have a fucking monkeys or what the hell's supposed to be going on.
It was very pleasant.
For the
But-
first episode, I would have expected slightly more context besides my parents dead. She's living with a guy with a skull for her head. A boy can turn into a dog, and there's a magician of a forest.
And that's quite a lot of stuff when you say it like that. But yeah, no, I get.
But
what
there's
you
no
mean.
connection of what's going on.
There's, yeah, I
Besides,
get you.
it's some slice of life magical thing.
I think I'm not sure if slice of life would be the correct term, but it does have that vibe, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
I don't know how it's not slice of life. The entire first
because-
part of when they're
because-
eating pancakes and
Yeah,
that's all
but-
slice of life.
I mean, technically, every show is a slice of life, isn't it? If you want to go down that route. My point being is, the show could, because that's just the first episode, it could turn into quite a big magical fantasy epic, or it could just be a magical themed slice of life, like we said. So it's one of them, man. It's it was very.
The second episode would have to have a lot more in for me to even consider watching the third one, I must say.
Yeah.
That was boring, to be fair.
It was slow when it was a very steady pace.
Nothing happened that would have gone, oh wow, look at this show. Oh no, it tells us about the next episode, okay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
which hasn't come out apparently for a little bit.
You know, nothing happened. There's a lot of unexplained stuff, like who is the guy with the skull mask?
Yeah,
Besides from just her teacher. Do we get some context of mom died because she can see things? Well, I could gather that she could see things before the flashback because
Yeah.
she could see things.
Yeah.
I can understand they were trying to set it up.
I think they were doing a bit of a Harry Potter. It's not the Horcrux. The horses that pull the carriages that you can only see after you've seen someone die or something. I think that was it because her mom died.
I
And
don't
all
know,
of,
it's not about Harry Potter.
well, her mom died, and all of a sudden she could see these magical beings, couldn't she? But only the dark ones, which makes me feel like it kind of.
Not necessarily, I don't know with that because her mom said that she'd had to herself off a balcony because she'd had enough of her. Because her mom, basically, when it goes into the flashback, the first sentence is, I should never have had you. Then her looking at a window, then a hand on the ground, so I assume she jumped out the window. So
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
assume she could always see them. I don't know
Perhaps,
if there's a trigger
yeah.
in it, they haven't really specified. I mean, to me, still nothing fucking happened. I have no idea what's going on.
It was.
And where's the part where there's a marriage or a wife or whatever?
I mean, that was just the impression I got from Dodger's video, but
I've seen nothing on that, but I've got to say, that was boring.
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff out there.
I'm sure there's people that like that, but to me it needs more, it needs way more. A first episode has got to try and grab you.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, that hasn't grabbed me.
It felt to me like maybe the third or fourth episode of the
That's
show.
the thing, I wouldn't even watch the second episode of that, realistically.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, no, on to the next thing, let's see if I can find something else that pushes me buttons more. I mean, everyone's got their style of what they like, but there's just no explanation for stuff.
Mm.
Like the guy who's a magician of the forest, well, that comes in right at the end, so you have no idea what that really means. A guy with a skull as a face who's a magic teacher, well, there's no explanation where or why magic is in the world. If it is our world, I mean, I'd assume it is because they've set England and all that.
It seems to be like, just a magical variant on our pre-established
There's
world.
a boy that can turn into, or a dog that can turn into a boy, which doesn't really matter. And then this girl who gets a book that apparently has a meaning to her, the Lonely Star. And then there's a flashback, and then just whatever.
Yeah.
Next episode, please. Of something else.
I was like, so you do like, you know?
I don't know. With something like this, if you went to me, I want to watch the second episode so we can put another video out, I would be more than happy to sit there and do it.
Yeah.
But it is only 20 minutes. I gotta say, if we got to the third episode, it was like nothing's
Totally.
happening.
No,
I'm done now, mate.
I 100% agree that as much as I really liked the way it looked, and I really liked
it
the way
looked
it
great.
looked.
I thought some of the
The
styles of
designs
music
and-
as well,
yeah.
like when it that
It was
that
rap-
really eerie, when the rat thing, like the violin playing clip.
Yeah.
When the rat thing was like turning into smaller rats in the door, the music fit. It just there's no context to the story.
I really did like the vibe they were able to conjure as well when they were in that house doing almost a slice of life thing. Like she gets up, she looks. I felt it was peaceful and it was calm, and yet they were able to do the complete opposite when there was the horror. So I feel like they're very good at generating these atmospheres. But like you say, it needs something to happen.
Is I know as much about this show as I did when I started watching it.
Yeah, the thumbnail
That's the
gives
thing.
about as much.
I think I actually know as
actual
much
episode.
about this show as I did 20 minutes ago, and I think that's a big problem.
So I reckon we'll probably give it a second episode.
We'll give it to episode 3.
Well, that's the standard kind of rule, isn't
Season
it?
episode 3.
Because honestly, in an hour, if it can't grab you by then, it's probably not going to grab you.
No.